So, what's going on? It's the Blue Review on Dodger Blue 1958, DodgerBlue.com, ESPN Los Angeles Periscope, at Bergman Greg on Instagram, and all the other different places. The Dodgers lost. They lost in Game 5 after a grand slam home run from Howie Kendrick. That's the way that things go down. The Dodgers lose based off of a Howie Kendrick home run. Clayton Kershaw blowing up, giving up 2 straight home runs on 2 straight pitches, and having only 6 pitches thrown in the entire game. Cody Bellinger completely falling apart, not doing anything in the series basically at all whatsoever. And also Corey Seager being over for his entire lifetime, essentially. People are walking by me and wondering what's going on, but I'm going to continue to talk, and I'm sorry, and you know this is all it's going to be. I'm going to read what you guys have to say. Hello there. I want to read what you guys have to say. That's the most important thing right now. Shogun SKA says on YouTube, Dave, I mishandled the pitching staff. Robert strikes again. Suspect 666, no death. Jock Cabrera 24, live or die by Kershaw. Nick Lava 18, no positive spin on zone on this. Nope. Joe C. Cora, I'm missing that. You guys are going too quickly. Why bring Kershaw back out in the 8th? My question is, he finished Buehler's 7th inning in the 3rd. He out. Why bring him back in? Hey, how's it going?
Hey, that's what suck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Christina Areola was just crying. A. Richie 27, Lakers got AD. It's all going to be okay. I mean, at least we have the Lakers now, so we can move on to that. On Instagram, I got Justin P. Stover, Laker time, baby. Gabe Hernandez won, not getting my money next season. Gonna bleed blue until we win it. Silver lining, Buehler can handle the pressure. Absolutely. Got a great game out of Walker Buehler last night. Or tonight, sorry. It feels like last night. I feel like this was the longest night of my life, and everything just happened yesterday. But Walker Buehler is a big game pitcher. That's the one good thing that came out of all of this. We saw what Walker Buehler can do, and he proved what he can do in games just like this. And yes, Jack Sargent, I'm numb to everything. I'm very, very angry, and I'm sitting in the Dodger Stadium concourse right now with people walking by, going down to different levels of the damn thing, and I'm sitting here talking and making sure that I'm able to be here for you guys because I've been here all season, and I wasn't going to just stop because the Dodgers lost in this game. I wanted to. I did not want to do this. I wanted to go home. I hate baseball. It's a stupid sport. It needs to be shut down, but we're going to keep going. John Gum, I was really hoping for the Dodgers versus Yankees. That's what everybody wanted, man. AWSKR, I should have bet all my mythical money. Everybody loves Ramon. Roberts needs to go. There's a lot of people that Madden, please fire Roberts and Kershaw no longer on this roster ever again. There's a lot of anger towards Kershaw. There's a lot of anger towards Roberts. It's all completely justified. A lot of the problems was because very bad bullpen management from Dave Roberts in a very, very critical point. I'm going to try to do this without getting extremely angry and getting very upset. It's very difficult for me when all these people are here. Lake Niners says, may stay home. He was here. I saw him. We talked. Ferris said, 3rd straight year, Belly doesn't do anything in the postseason. I'm sad. I don't know why. John Granados, Rams times LeBron, let's go. There you go. Dodger Blue, we are gutted. Exactly. Dodger Blue is saying exactly how I feel. Gutted. It is bad. I feel just awful. And when Howie Kendrick, when you have the bases loaded here, let's get into that just for a second here. So, I was very clear about a lot of things when it came to when it came to Clayton Kershaw in this game. I really honestly believe that he should go longer with this innings. You live and you die by Kershaw, and you go Buehler into Kershaw. It was the wrong decision. It was absolutely wrong. You can tell. You can tell what's going on with him. He got through that first inning, or that one batter for Buehler, and they go to the top of the 8th inning. All right, I get it. Maybe you pitch him for one batter for Rendon. Rendon hits the home run. Done. Get him out. Yank him. Move him. Then it's Juan Soto. From Soto, you go to Kolarek. That's what you have Kolarek for. You have Kolarek to get out Juan Soto. That's it. In a one-run game, you have Adam Kolarek available against one of their top hitters, and you don't bring him in that situation. Instead, the very first pitch is a home run from Juan Soto. Now, granted, there was not a lot of time. It was one pitch to the next pitch. Kolarek wasn't even up warming. I got a lot of that from Matthew Moreno, who said that exact same thing, but still, there was not a lot of time there. There's nothing you can do, but you can stall. You can do a lot of things. put him on base, whatever you got to do. Like, just throw a ball in the dirt, take a little bit of time. I don't know what you got to do there, but you got to find some way to have Adam Kolarek. And if you know that Adam Kolarek is coming up, if you know that Juan Soto is coming up, Adam Kolarek should be warming up. He should already be warming up. There is one job for this entire series for Kolarek, and that is to get Juan Soto out. So to not have him up in that bullpen, ready to go, no matter what happened, is an absolute gigantic mistake from Dave Roberts, where he should have had him ready to go at that point, because it's silly to not have that. You know what Kolarek is 3 for 3 against Juan Soto. That's what it's still a 1-run game. I get it when you leave him in for Rendon, but when Rendon hits the home run, that's it. That's enough. Done. See ya. God, it's so frustrating. Mean 519. Why didn't we bring in Jansen with the bases loaded? I don't know why you didn't bring. You had him ready to go. There's another situation where you have somebody ready to go and you don't bring him in with the bases loaded, and Joe Kelly up there with just giving up everything, walking guys, doing everything that he's doing there. You bring in Kenley Jansen. Obviously, if anything happens there, Kenley Jansen's going to get blamed. But you don't want to give, you know that Joe Kelly, you can tell when he's in, when he's right, and you can tell when he's wrong. And Joe Kelly was obviously not right tonight. You need to move him off. You need to get him out of here. And you go to Kenley Jansen. That's what he's there for. You pitched Kenley Jansen one time in the series. One time on Sunday, and he pitched had 9 pitches total. That's it. He came in he came in twice in the entire series, so that means a lot. That shows a lot of how they feel about Kenley Jansen. Bad call, terrible calls, not happy, really pissed off. That guy Pearl, first time in history, a 106-win team loses in the division series. Yeah, you know what? And there's a chance that a 107-win team in the Houston Astros can lose tomorrow. So this is what I want to say. When it comes to Dave Roberts, would you do the same thing to A.J. Hinch? I know he does have one World Series, but would you do the same thing to A.J. Hinch? Would you say you have 107 wins, you're a super team, and you lost to the Rays in the first round? Would you get rid of A.J. Hinch, or is it because he has the championship that you're like, no, he gets a little bit of thing? Sports from coast to coast. What do we do now, management wise? Here's what's going to happen, and I hate to tell you this, nothing is going to happen. They're going to re-sign Andrew Friedman. Dave Roberts will be your manager next year. You're going to have basically the exact same team next year. Hopefully they go after a guy like Rendon. But you're going to have management-wise basically the exact same team. Yes, they were a regular season team. They were one of the best regular season teams ever. But God, tonight was just so frustrating. And Seager, let's blame the people that actually need to be blamed. I don't ever do this, by the way. I come onto these post games and I try and explain, well, this was the right thing to do, and I understand why he did that, and this is all, don't blame Roberts, don't blame Kershaw. I'm admitting I am a gigantic Kershaw apologist. Not tonight. That was awful. You don't throw 6 pitches and give up 2 home runs with a 3-1 lead in a deciding game after Buehler just pitched his ass off and pitched a hell of a game into a beautiful game. Unbelievable. Just goddamn terrible. King Kobe 69. I love how Dodger fans talk about Lakers being trash, but can't see the fact that their team is. I don't know what the Lakers have to do with anything. We are ER football. We need players who don't go soft in October. I mean, look, this team was built. This team was built for this moment. They were built for the postseason. They were built to hit high velocity pitches. They had 3 runs on Steven Strasburg, who was pitching lights out in Game 2, and was actually pitching pretty well today, too. It is absolutely a shame of what is going on here. This is a disaster to me. I don't know any other way to say it. This, to me, is an utter disaster. You do not lose with the best team in my lifetime. I'm 35 years old. I've been watching baseball since I was 3 years old. I love it. It's one of my favorite sports in the world. I get it. I understand it. It makes sense to me. This is a travesty to see the best team in my lifetime that I've ever watched go down in this fashion because of terrible, terrible decisions. So frustrating that anybody. My daughter is 8 years old and could have made better decisions than Dave Roberts tonight. What a freaking joke! God dang it. Let's see. Friedman. No, do not fire Friedman. Wonderful 24. Selfish of Kershaw not to admit it wasn't the night after the first home run. Not to admit it wasn't his night. Yes, no, look, after the first home run, you get him out of the game, but the problem is that there was nobody warming up, and the issue there so much was there wasn't anybody warming up. The issue that Adam Kolarek was not warming up when you knew that sitting there waiting for was Juan Soto sitting right there, ready to go. Samarelli says, being angry with you all is the only thing making me feel better. Well, that's what we're here for. That's what the Blue Review is here for. You guys can vent, and I have to hear it. It's my fault. It's Greg Bergman's fault. What's up, guys? This is just everything. You come on here just to be upset with me. It's fine. I will take it. Come on here, type away whatever you want to say. I'm going to read it. I'm going to read as many of your comments as I can possibly take. Manny Game says, I'm done with Seager. You may see he is still young and can impress and can improve, but it's so exhausted to see him. Look, here's the thing with Seager, and this is the way that he needs to figure it out. I know he loves that first ball fastball, and he loves to hit the boy. He needs to figure that out. This is a team that's based on patience. It's a team that's based on building up pitch count. It's a team that's waiting for your pitch. If that pitch is right down the middle of the strike zone, yeah, absolutely swing at the first pitch. But when you know that you're facing a pitcher like Steven Strasburg, who 45% of the time or something like that throws, oh God, a bunch of National fans, brutal. When you know that Steven Strasburg throws 43% of the time curveballs more than he throws any of his fastballs, you should not be swinging at the first pitch in every single at bat. You need to have the right idea of what's going on here. Real Realtor Rob, Greg, how can you possibly think this team is better than the team that played the Astros? Because it was better than the team. This team was the best team of my lifetime. Just the team that got to the World Series against the Astros was fantastic, but they were young and they weren't ready yet. And they were great. Look, it was fun to watch them. You had a much younger team. There was a lot of different things. This team, though, was better. I'm not going to move away from that because they lost in the first round, and that team lost in the World Series. This team was the best team I have ever seen as a Dodger fan, and it's pathetic and it's upsetting, and I'm really upset that they're out of this series. J-Man Mac, who replaces Roberts? Nobody. Roberts is still going to be here. I mean, we got to get past that. Christian Castellanos, Jansen was warmed up and ready to go, right? Yes, Christian. Jansen was there. When you loaded the bases, and you have Joe Kelly, who loaded the bases, and you know what happens with a bad Joe Kelly, you need to take him out of the game. You need to move him there. Jansen was ready. You don't even allow him to be the guy to give up a grand slam home run. Look, if Jansen does the exact same thing, we're coming on here and we're killing Jansen for that. But who knows what's going to happen there? Maybe he cuts it down to 1 run. Maybe he cuts it down to 2 runs or whatever it happens to be. But still. And here, this is my favorite. The real dirt, the real DR. Pathetic 3 years in a row. Yeah, it is pathetic 3 years in a row. It's a travesty 3 years in a row. And it's 3 years in a row on this field, in Chavez Ravine, at Dodger Stadium. People dancing on our field because they won a game at Dodger Stadium 3 years in a row. That's pathetic. That's upsetting. God, I need to calm down. I'm trying to calm down. I'm sorry that I'm not being more helpful to you right now and trying to calm you. But this is not the time. I'm sorry. This is not the time. This is the time for you guys to come on here and say everything you need to see. Go kill Dave Roberts, kill Andrew Friedman, kill Cody Bellinger, kill Corey Seager, kill everybody, AJ Pollock, I don't even care. Kill whoever you want, but don't come on here and kill Max Muncy because he was fantastic. Don't kill Justin Turner, he was great too. Very happy with him. A lot of guys were really, really bad. This is not the night to kill them. But you go ahead, get everybody in here. Virginia Delgado on Facebook, Kershaw, Seager, Bellinger, so disappointing this postseason. Absolutely. Those three, the 3 studs on your team, the 3 superstars on your team were just complete and utter garbage. Garbage. I don't know how else you can possibly say it. We are the Bills of baseball. You can say we're the Atlanta Braves of the 90s, but they won one. It's Joey 2 times. Why take Maeda out after 1 dominant inning? That is a fantastic question. That is another one of those situations where it says, what the hell? Why did you take out Maeda in that situation and bring in Joe Kelly? In a tie game, why did you take out Kenta Maeda? You should not have taken out Kenta Maeda. I understand he pitched a couple of... This is all hands on deck. There are guys... We talk about this all the time. The guys that you want to see in the postseason, the guy that you want to see coming out of the bullpen in a game after Walker Buehler throws 6 2/3 innings is only like 3 guys. Adam Kolarek against Juan Soto, Kenta Maeda, and yes, Clayton Kershaw was one of those guys, but that was it. Maybe Kenley Jansen, but that was it. I mean, so to not have Kolarek up and warming with Soto coming up, that was a mistake. You should have had Kershaw, and who cares if Kershaw doesn't want to see, oh, there's some guy warming up behind me. Who cares? Get it done. Don't give up a home run. And then on the very next pitch, give up a second home run to tie. Joke. Irrelevant. Kelly had a scoreless inning pitch after Maeda. Fine, but then you don't bring him out for a second inning against 2-3-4? You bring Kelly back in versus 2-3-4, and then give up the home run, the grand slam home run to 5. No, you don't do that. Fine, you had a scoreless inning pitch in that one. Fine, I still would have preferred to have you go 2 innings of Maeda there. It's just a freaking. What happened to getting to Scherzer and Strasburg? You had your moments. Look, you got 3 against Strasburg in this game. Against Scherzer, an inch for Jock Peterson to go to the left instead of to the right, and he ends up clearing the bases, and you get 4 runs off of Scherzer. They're all right there. It was all this. Dasani is blank water. Catch those blanks in the parking lot. I ain't doing nothing. Look at me. I'm a white Jewish kid from Calabasas. I'm not doing anything to anybody, National fans. John Cho. Seager is not superstar like Machado. Machado's not a superstar either. Well, that's not a fair comparison. If you're going to go with this, asking for a superstar, don't try and say Machado. Kyle Calderon. I may sound crazy, but I feel better losing in the NLDS than the World Series. I mean, it's not crazy. At least we don't have to worry about going even further into the series. I mean, I'm upset. I was excited to go down into the clubhouse, go get the champagne, go get it pushed all, sprayed down with champagne, and then come on here soaking wet and talk to you guys happy because the Dodgers are going to go play on Friday. Not happening anymore. Congrats on NL West title. Jeez, yeah, I know. Veta Power 99. Blank throwing pitchers get blanked in the playoffs. Garrett Cole, that would be a very good one, but he's going to be too expensive. Omega Delta Phoenix, no third time is a charm this year, shaking my head. I really thought it was. I really, really thought it was. UCLA NAC 15 says trade Kershaw tomorrow. No one's taking that contract. MT Gwyn 7, hi Greg, why doesn't Roberts trust Maeda to go more than an inning? He went 2 innings 2 nights before. He actually went 2 innings multiple times in this series alone, so you can't say that. It was weird that he didn't do it in this series, though. It's Joey 2 times. Greg Belly was far too unproductive to be batting 4th. I've been screaming for Kike to play every day, and I would have benched Seager. Also, tired. Yeah, so I was calling for Kike. You heard me on Monday night saying the exact same thing. I want to see Kike. We saw Kike. Kike hit a home run, had good at-bats. Nothing wrong with what Kike did in this series. I thought he had good at-bats on Sunday. He had good at-bats tonight. Kike did what Kike was supposed to do. He hit home run, and he barely missed another one off of Strasburg. They had the chances. They blew them. Legitimately, they were ahead 3-1 in the 8th inning, and they blew it. Blew it. No other way to put it. They blew it. Big Games James, has the title window closed as Roberts in the hot seat? I don't see. This is the difference. I don't think Roberts is in the hot seat because of what he's done, but they're not. The title window isn't closed. So if we're going to try and calm down and we're going to try and talk about these things, the title window is not closed. You still have a top 5 farm system in baseball. You still have a team that won 106 games during the regular season. I understand what they've done in the postseason. I understand what we just watched today. So, but are we moving forward, or are we going to talk about the past, or are we going to keep talking about what happened tonight? We can talk about what's tonight. You guys can come on here and continue to just go ahead and kill everybody. I will read your comments. I pretty much agree with most of those comments. I hate baseball right now. I think it's a terrible sport that needs to be shut down forever because of what happened tonight. I'm upset. It doesn't happen often, but I'm upset now. And I'm not thinking clearly, and I'm sure none of you are thinking clearly either, but that's what fans do. And that's what we do as fans, is that we start to kill the teams after they get blown out like that in a Game 5 when it really makes a difference. Jeez. Okay, Michael Alberts on Facebook. Weakness will always be runners in scoring position. We need to fix it. See, that's not the weakness. That was not the weakness this year either. They were one of the best teams in baseball when it came to runners in scoring position with 2 outs, runners in scoring position, 2 outs and 2 strikes. Best team in baseball. It was not that just you're not going to get a hit every single time, and it didn't come through when it really was needed. Here's the thing. 2 hits, I think maybe 2 or 3 hits after the second inning for the Dodgers. 2 or 3 hits after the second inning for the Dodgers. That's more of the problem. The offense did nothing. Where can we go for a drink, Greg? Mr. Key 1419. We need to go get a drink immediately. I gotta go home and have an absolute, go get my Lagavulin, have a nice, sit back, relax, watch a show, whatever I gotta do, just relax. I want everybody to do this. We're all gonna do this together. I'm gonna do it too. Just go ahead and type, just pound on the keyboard real fast and get it all out of your system. Here, I'll do it for you. It's gonna go through Dr. Blue, so sorry, Dr. Blue, you're gonna get this. But here, just one of these. Just tap on the keyboard and just get it all out. There. Make it feel better. It's not working. I didn't like what I wrote, so it's refusing. Oh well, I tried. There you go. See, Aryan doing it. Right, J9 Mama's doing it. I love it. Keep doing it. You leave your ace till he is done. Okay, look, your ace 16 ATX, absolutely do. And here's the thing, your ace went a long time. Your ace went 6 2/3 inning, had 115 pitches, and then he got out of the 7th inning. It was the right idea. Nemaya Jr. 15. I hate that Roberts believes so much in his guys. I mean, you also want him to believe in his guys at the same time. Bellinger's a playoff choker from Vet Power 99. Dizzy, get rid of Chokeshaw. Isaac Tianco says, where was Dustin May? You weren't going to bring Dustin May in any of those situations. Escaleto 15 because they paid him the money. Michael Alberts, Doc is on the stand now. I'm sure he is. Go listen to him. I don't know what he's going to say. He's going to say it was a mistake. Whatever he said, you got to go. Here's what he's going to say. I can't see it. I got no TV around me. I'm just going to do it. We had a plan. That plan was to go take Walker Buehler as long as he was going to go. I was going to ride Walker Buehler as long as I could possibly take him. He took me as far as he can go. The next plan after I got him, once he got to about 6 2/3 inning, almost 7th inning, I'm going to go to Clayton Kershaw, and I want Clayton to go as far as he possibly can go as well. After he gave up the second home run, that was it. The idea needed to be more so after the first home run, he needed to be taken out, and Adam Kolarek needed to be in the bullpen, ready to go with Juan Soto coming up. Absolutely. Hey, look at that! I got a happy Yom Kippur, Greg. Did you fast? Dilo 319? No, I didn't. But L'Shana Tova for any of my Jewish brethren out there. Robert H. Castro on Facebook. Maeda was best pitcher out of pen. He absolutely was. 100%. Maeda was fantastic out of the pen, and he has been for the most part in the postseason. Just period. Brandon Wong on Facebook. The team got to should have been ashamed of themselves. They should be. I mean, you saw Clayton Kershaw in the dugout, just hands on his face, rubbing his face. That's what I did the entire time. My hands went through my hair, went over my face. It's bad. It's bad. Martin Alacio on YouTube. We need a star pitcher and bullpen help. I mean, you have a star pitcher. You have a star pitcher. That guy's name is Walker Buehler, and he proved it tonight. I mean, if you want to talk about a positive thing, Walker Buehler was a very big positive thing, all right? He was a guy that pitched 6 2/3 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts, and was fantastic. Had you in the game going into the 7th and going into the 8th inning with a 3-1 lead. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Yair 29-421, fire Honey, see you in AZ 2020. Honeycutt, I mean, what have you seen from Rick Honeycutt besides having the number 1 in baseball pitching staff, number 4 in all of baseball bullpen, and number 1 in the NL in bullpen going into the postseason? That's not Rick Honeycutt. Rick Honeycutt did his job. I can't kill Rick Honeycutt for having his pitching staff be the best pitching staff in baseball. I'm sorry. That's just not something that I can do. Ad Camacho 1 didn't follow the recipe that has worked before. Maeda has the 8th, Kenley the 9th. There is no recipe anymore, and that's why. But Maeda, I probably would have gone. I would have rode Maeda until you saw a lefty. Every righty that came in should have been Maeda. At that point, it was not the time. If anything, you bring Kershaw in later and not there. If you needed length, if you needed somebody to go, like let's say Walker Buehler only went 3-4 innings, and you needed somebody to go another 3 innings, that's when you bring in Kershaw. Not in the 7th inning, right when he did. Exactly, garbage. Let's see, Sierra 1024 says, honest opinion, is Roberts gone? No, I don't think he's gone, and I think they're going to re-sign Friedman too. Look, here's the thing: no matter how angry we are, I'm angry too. But Andrew Friedman built a top 5 bullpen in baseball, or a top 5 minor league system. Had the best pitching staff in baseball. Had had a 106-win team. Has been to 2 World Series. They're still, while having a top 5 farm system. Still, and it's still in that spot. It's still in that spot, so that's why you're not getting rid of Friedman. And so calling him Friedman is incorrect. He pays money when he needs to. When he needs to go out and get the right guy, he goes out and he buys them. He did with Machado, and he did with Darvish when they were the prizes of the trade deadline at those years. Totally did. He will do what needs to be done. I have no problem with Friedman, all right? They'll send money. They actually have a lot of money. They have plenty of money. It's going to be the salary cap, if you want to call it, the luxury tax, is over $200 million. They only have about $100 million on their books. They're going to have plenty of space to go out and sign somebody. And maybe that guy is Garrett Cole. I don't know if you spend that much money on a pitcher. Maybe it is Anthony Rendon. They have the money for that too. There's plenty of guys though. NKV ball, homer ball doesn't work in playoffs. And you know what? Fine, you're right, it doesn't. And that's not the way that they play. That's not the way that they played all year. And I'm sorry that this is very loud as it's coming by, but I'm in the middle of the concourse and this is what we gotta do. I'm losing my voice. Honey is not the only problem. Honey cut is not a problem whatsoever. I'm just gonna let's let that all go by. That's gone. J9 Mama, garbage. Dodgers were garbage this week. They were. I'm not going to disagree with you. Clo Think 218. I would have started Martin after he played lights out in Game 3. Here's the thing. Bottom of the 9th, you have Will Smith at the plate. He swung and he hit that ball what looked like a mile. He even had a full-on bat flip. He threw the bat in the air off to the side. He thought he got all of that pitch. It died at the wall. Baseball gods said, no, bring that ball back. Totally on him. I mean, he just missed it. Caustic 187, was that the sound of the team being rolled out with the garbage bins? Yes. Yes, Caustic. That's what it was. No, it was guys just going by there. I'm in the middle of the concourse at Dodger Stadium, and people are going to do whatever they need to do here. Retire Roberts, please be honest. No, he's not. Roberts isn't going anywhere. He made bad decisions. I'm not defending Roberts. I'm not saying that what he made, the decisions he made were the right ones, but he's not going anywhere. They will not fire him for this. I can almost guarantee that. We'll see. Let's get a drink, Berg. Miss Mikey 1419. After I'm done with this hour, I'm going home, man. This is enough. I got to work in the morning. I'm going home. I'm angry. Mean 519 on YouTube. I will always love baseball. It's such a great sport. Sometimes you just stop, tip your hat to the other team. Okay, sure. Look. Tomorrow, I'm going to love baseball all over again. Tonight, right now, I hate it. I think it's a stupid sport. I don't want to watch it anymore. I think it's dumb. But I'm going to tell you this. I'm not going to watch one more game in the postseason. I'm done. I'm off. I'm going to watch the replay of the Lakers tonight because I'm not watching that game at 4:30 in the morning. Sorry, I'm not crazy. But then I'm going to do it. I'm still going to do it. Justin Slagan says, "What time's the show tomorrow, Greg?" The show tomorrow is from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. We're on from 2 to 4 p.m. Bergman or Bregman? I am Bergman. I am not Alex Bregman. Berg, fire Friedman? No, do not fire Friedman. I'm going to answer these same questions over and over again. Jonathan Watson on YouTube. Dave Roberts says, "You Darvish, how does he show his face around LA?" He's going to, and he's going to be just fine. Hopefully he starts making better decisions in the playoffs because they haven't come through at the right time. I mean, you can defend anything. Thank you for putting all these people hitting their keyboards. I love it. I totally missed all that. That was some really far behind things. I'm going to skip a bunch of comments here and go down to the bottom. Louis Charles says, who do you trade and acquire this offseason? I don't think you're going to trade very many people. You have a lot of money. So I think what's going to happen is you're going to sign a guy like Anthony Rendon, who is available, and depending on what happens here, unless he re-signs with the Nationals. And I think you go after Garrett Cole. I think that's another guy. If you can sign those two guys, usually I don't say go after all the money, but they're going to be very, very expensive. I think you have, with the way your team is built, those two guys can be very, very big. Let's see, C-Max Corp. What do we do with Kershaw? Trade him for new leather gloves? Kershaw's not going anywhere either. He's got a 3-year deal. No, he's taking that contract. He's not going anywhere. Maybe you start using him at the pen more. Start making him into more of a closer type role. We'll see. But for the most part, Kershaw's going to be back, and he's going to be your starter, and he's going to win. He's going to win 10 to 15 games next year. He's going to have around a 2 to 3 ERA like he does every single year. And then when it gets to the postseason, you pitch him out of the bullpen. Tom Faulkner. And no team breaks your heart like the Dodgers. It's bad tonight, man. Janice Day off. We will see Rich Hill next season. No, I don't think we ever see Rich Hill again. I think he's going to retire, and that's going to be the end of Rich Hill as a Dodger and as a baseball player. He's 39 years old, went through a lot of different injuries. He's on and off the injured list. I don't think you see Rich Hill anymore. I like Garrett from Giovanni Moreno. Angel Hernandez, which is a terrible name. I'm sorry you have to deal with that as one of the worst umpires in the history of baseball. What did you think of Kike? Kike was fantastic tonight. I loved Kike. Despite taking a bad turn on that ball off Soto, he still made the catch, but otherwise he was great, and I have no problem whatsoever. Trade Pollock. Man, Pollock was bad. Awful in this series. Did he get a hit? He didn't get a hit. Did he strike out in that last at bat? I was too upset to pay attention when he led off the 10th inning. Was that somebody? Did he go? I know he went 0 for 13, but was it with 11 strikeouts? Did he get that 11th strikeout, or did he already ground out, or whatever it was? Because I wasn't really fully paying attention. Phil Gong 6-2. Yes, he did. So he has 11 strikeouts in the series. Phil Gong 626 World Series next year over Lakers championship this year. Oh man, that's tough. I want them both, man, but I want a Dodgers World Series more than I want anything. Anything. I have seen Lakers World Series. I've seen Lakers championships. I've seen them back to back. I've seen a back Lakers championship. I have not, except for one time. I saw 1988, and I was 5 years old watching the Dodgers win the World Series. I remember the Kirk Gibson home run. I remember where I was. I was sitting on the couch with my brother, and we were watching as Kirk Gibson hit a home run and was pumping his fist and the whole deal. But that's all I remember. I don't remember the series at all. I don't remember most of the players. I don't remember a lot of it. I was 5. So this would be the time. Let's see. Struck out way late on a swing. Pollock struck out. Yep. So there you go. Adam Child 6, the Dodgers, a postseason tradition unlike any other. Let's blame Mason. Roberts equals D'Antonio. Yeah. You know what? Go ahead. Blame Mason. Go after him. Just tag him at Venice Mace and make sure to just absolutely kill him too, because he's not gonna like it. He's gonna be really upset if we do that too, by the way. He doesn't like that. Junior Sanchez says this year the front office failed to trade for proven quality bullpen arms and starting pitching, and this is the result. They started Pollock and Kelly, neither turned out well. Bellinger, Seager, Pollock straight out choked. Roberts, as always, makes horrible decisions, not just in tonight's game, but in every playoff game he has managed. Don Mattingly would have done a better job. That's crazy. Don't say that ever again. Kershaw flat out